Islam, welcome back to the channel. This is 50 Energy and I am Energy. And this is a part 2. The first one was making of the beads. And here are the beads that I made from clay. Okay. And now we're working on making or applying some adornments to these same beads. So I'm going to take a bead and I'm going to add feathers. If you're interested on how to do this or you would like to work with me, keep watching. Okay, so in this process, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a hot glue gun. You're going to need some type of wiring, and I've already coiled this wire up. I have a little coiling machine that's right here that you can see. You're going to need your bead, okay? And we're going to work with some of the beads that I had already created. And you're going to need wire cutter. And what else? Of course, your feathers. So let's get started. All right, so like I said, I already coiled some wire off. So what I'm going to do is take and cut. All my other wire cutters are, sucky. So I'm going to be just using this actual wire cutter for like electronics, but it still works. Okay, so I'm going to leave that as my end that I'm going to be inserting my feathers in. And this side is the side that I'm going to go and have go into the bead itself. So what I'm going to do is take my jewelry making tools and I'm going to do like a little bend in it. Just long as it can reach that hole that you put inside your bead. Okay. And sometimes you might need to reinforce that bead hole, make it a little wider and everything, and be gentle with this because do understand these are thin. They're durable, but they are capable of breaking. You don't wish for that to happen. Trust me, I've done it a lot. And what they say, the more you do it, the more you do it, the more you learn. So something like this one I would just use still as a bead. I would just clip all that off and go ahead on and file that down, and it's still a bead. Okay, let's just take another one out of our, let's take this one. So again, find your hole wherever you put that at. Okay, I see it. And what I'm going to do is push this through. If this wire gauge is a little too deep or too thick, then again, like I said, I have some chiseling tools, that I can use to kind of burrow into this some, and being gentle as I do this, because I do not wish to break another one. And this is such a pretty bead. I do not wish to distort that at all. So yeah, and we will probably go with earth tones with this particular bead. So again, I'm going to open this up just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. And like I said, work that into my hole, into my bead, and then slide that around up into the rounded area of it. And then we're going to just push that together like so. Push it together, and we'll go back and we'll take our jewelry making pliers and press it even closer. Okay? So that's what we're going to come out with, something like this. Okay? And I'm going to bend this back just a little bit more. Okay? Yeah. So now we got that part done. And I have several that's already been done. Okay? So now it's a matter of checking out your feathers and see what you like. And I have a big bag of feathers. Feathers everywhere. Oh, messing with the mic. Mic check. Anyway, give me a second to get this back on. All right, there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose some colors from the feathers. So I like this color here. So we're going to put one of these on here. I like that little brown too. So we got some of those. Let's see, what other color would I like to put with this? Maybe a white. Let's go with a white. How about that white? Yeah, we're going to take this white right there. We got these so far. bring the table back some so y'all can see more. Okay, and let's see. We're going to go with another, like a darker brown. Oh, looky there. I found another bag with some other feathers in it. Oh, this is the, what are they called? The peacock feather. Yeah, this is the peacock feather bag. I'm going to be doing great stuff with that too. But we're not going to do those. We're not going to use those. Okay, we're going to grab a couple of these. Okay, let's see the colors in this one. So we're going to definitely go with a mustard. Okay. And you just choose which feather looks good to you, what you would like to see. I like this. Ooh, that's a real pretty color right there. Ooh, I like that. So we're going to use one of them. Now you can use as many feathers as you like. And I'm going to use definitely one of these. And I'm going to definitely go with that right there. So I'm going to use those. And I need a little fluff. So we're going to be looking for our fluffy feathers to give it some fluff. I'm glad we're back in a world where a person can cough and it ain't going to make everybody crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I'm looking for a fluffy feather. Something that got fluff on it. Probably a white. Let's see, where's the white at? Here we go. Here's some white. I'm going to use a white. And I place all my feathers in baggies. It just makes it easier to deal with when you're doing your projects and everything. So I can take that one. Actually, I was looking for something a little more on the fluffier side. And it looks like maybe that one would be most beneficial. So we'll go with those two right there with the white. And let's go with that one too. Okay, we're going to put them ones back in the colorful bag that they came from out of. Yeah, we're going to put them back in there. All right. I gotta pick up my feathers. All right. So now it's a matter of figuring out how you would like these to lay. I'm not working with red right now. Let's move that out the way. Okay, because I did say I like these. And see, these is my fluff right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, feathers going to be everywhere. My cat is going to start losing her little bit of mind. Anyway, so yeah, for all y'all knows, we do have a cat. Miss Killer Stinky Bottom McFadden's. We call her Hortense for short. And if y'all get to know my cat, y'all know why we say it like that. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is start building my feathers up. And you don't need a lot of glue. You really don't. You don't wish to do that because then that's going to make it too bulky to go into your metal spiral and everything. So what I'm going to do is start building it up. But each time I add a layer, I'm going to be actually making a point with the tip of this. Because basically that's what's going to go up inside of the bead coil. Like so. Okay? So it's going to be going in like that. But we're going to build this up. Okay? So, and since we had a little bit of brown fuzz, we're going to definitely put that little piece in there. And I'm the type, you know, I don't like throwing away scrap and stuff like that because I can see purpose for it. You know, something like the Most High. Don't throw us away. We still got some kind of purpose. Sometimes we don't see it. And even others may not see it, but Allah know what it is, so you don't need to worry about it. Just if you out here being yourself, then there you go. All right, so I got my fluffiness on the stacked up and on the coloring thing. So now I'll always go in and I cut off these long stems when I'm working with this kind of project because I don't need all that in the way. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut the tips off of each one of these feathers because I don't need all of that. Like I said, like look how long that is. That is so long. I don't need all that extra on there. You know, so we're going to get rid of that. And see how these are looking so far. And they're shaping out to be absolutely awesome. Now, there's other ways to do this, and I'll be making videos on how to, you know, build up a feather. I don't think I'm going to use that white. Feathered situation. So this is the longest of all the feathers. So this is going to definitely go to the back of this. So everything is going to be kind of basically built up. Ain't no kind of. It is going to be built up off of this one right here. So I'm going to just do a small bead of hot glue. It's great. You can use E6000 super glue. I mean, if that's your preference in binding material, then, you know, do you. Use what you have available to you. Heck, if you don't have hot glue, you can use string and you can start wrapping it up that way. Which, a matter of fact, in this video, I'll probably go ahead and show you how I'll do it with some simple wire. Okay? Yeah. I'll use this simple wire and also do the next bead so you all can see how that was done. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this up here. And pay attention to the directions that your feathers go in, okay? Because you do wish for them to complement each other and also not overpower one another either. So I'm looking at how this one would look. And I'm going to pull that down. And I'm going to put a little bead of glue on this side because I'm going to add that particular feather on the side of here. This white one here. So I'm going to just stack that right there on the side of there. Pressing it. Well, let your glue get a little cooled off before you do it. I've been working with this kind of medium for so long. It doesn't really bother me too much. Okay, remember this real pretty color here? I'm going to definitely make sure that this, what do you call this? This is like a, oh, it's definitely in the orange family. It's definitely there. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that, let's say right there. Okay, so we're going to have to dance with that a little bit. Okay, and sometimes stuff get a little lost in the sauce, if you will. So I'm going to actually put it on that side. Okay, so again, take this to the back, put a bead of glue right down here. And yeah, so I'm going to slide that in there like so. And make sure you keep pulling your fluff back because you don't wish to lose a lot of that, okay? You really don't. And then this final one we're going to put on here, real pretty brown as well. We're going to slide that in there. That's from these feathers. And then we're going to go ahead and put some either spotted or striped feathers on top of this. So I'm going to add a little bead of glue to that right there. Like so. And bing. We got this piece pretty much done. All right. And like I said, I'm going to, oh no, I think I might add that on there too. Well, less is more. All right, so I'm going to go to my spotted bag of feathers, and I'm going to pull out maybe 2. So that's 1, that's 2. And I think I'm going to work with those 2 right there. And with these ones, these are just really accents, so they're going to come down some on this feather palette that I got going on here. So we're going to stick 1 in place, like so. It curls out that way, so we're going to use that to our advantage. And we want to take the other one, if the glue isn't too dry already. Yep, and it is. So I'm going to have to put a little bit more dab of a glue bead down here. Like so. And we're going to lay this other feathered, spotted feathered down on here like so. So there. That's how that looks. Like so. Right? Pretty. Mm-hmm. All right, so now when it comes to inserting it into the bottom of the coil, again, pull back all the fluffy, okay? And me personally, I like it to, this would be the outward, okay? So I'm gonna do it that way. And what I'm going to do is open up the bottom of this a little bit, okay, but with my pliers. I'm going to open it up some so everything can fit in there just fine. So there. I opened it up like so. And now I'm going to see if it fits in there just fine. And if so, I'll go ahead and hot glue that and be able to stick it back in place. So I'm going to put the glue around just the very top of this. And remember, pull your fluff back and go ahead and wrap your bead of, make sure your glue gun is working correctly as well. But yeah, so I'm like right now it seems like my glue gun is having technical issues. All right, I might have to break out a different gun. Okay. All right, so, and like I said, we're gonna make sure all the pieces get in there, every bit of it. You want to squeeze it in there like so. Try not to squeeze the bead, you will break it. Well, depending on how thick you made yours. But I mean, if I was to squeeze on what I was just doing, trust me, I'd have broke it. So there. And that is how you do it. If you wish for a little bit more security on there, you can go ahead and take and squeeze this part down on your feathered connection. And guess what? You have a new feathered bead. Let me just slide this on real quick so you all can see how easily that goes on. And there you go. How about that? All kinds of done. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to more content like this. If you did like it, go on and give me a like. Also, if you got some ideas or suggestions, leave it in the comments. I can really appreciate your subscription. And turn on your notification buttons so you know the next time I drop something. And if you know somebody that would like this type of content, go ahead and share this video out. Peace and love. Wholeness.